And within this video, we're going to cover 4 updates that have come into play within the e-commerce world of selling on Amazon. And the first one will be the HFSS legislation that's coming into play later this year. Brand gating is number 2, the fuel and inflation surcharge number 3, and the 4th one is regarding product dimensions and how these impact you and the steps and actions you need to take now in order to comply with this as well. So stay tuned when we dive into each and what it means and the actions that you need to take within your business. Tadie Hampshire-Haig here from the Online Seller Circle, where we provide help and support to online business owners within the e-com industry and those that are looking to build recurring income streams for themselves through various strategies. Now, if you're new to this channel, make sure that you click the subscribe button so you get notified next time we release a new video. And also, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you've got any comments, then you can leave them below. So let's get stuck in. So we've got Amazon updates for you. Amazon always roll out new policies, guidelines, and these are really, really important to take into consideration for the business and the products that you're also selling as well. So number 1, the first one is October this year. So from the 1st of October 2022, the HFSS regulation is coming into play. So the high fat, salt, and sugar regulation, and this is a legislation, a government legislation that's been rolled out, and Amazon is obviously following suit and rolling this out and has let us know about this in advance, which is, thanks to them, brilliant, because they don't normally do that. They normally give us a few days or they tell us the day before. So this is to do with products such as soft drinks that are high in sugar, so savoury snacks, cereals, chocolate, sweets, confectionery, cakes, biscuits, bars, puddings, you name it. Anything with kind of high fat, sugar and salt content. Any listings missing the nutritional values will need to be added. So any attributes that are missing from those product listings, you'll need to add them. And usually you can actually get hold of that information from the retailer or the supplier's end. So make sure that you're having a look at your current products, you're looking at your listing quality page within your Amazon seller central account, and you're looking for the attributes that they're telling you, they're recommending you to update. Now, obviously, this is the 1st of October 2022 in relation to the HFSS regulation that's coming into play, so you've got a bit of time. Now bear in mind 60 days is the window that you have to add any missing information, and they will notify you of that, but I would take the necessary action to have a look at your quality listing page within your Seller Central account and obviously update those attributes now and also going forward as well. The second one, number 2, is brands. So if you're selling across the UK and the EU through the new EFM program, and if you haven't yet had a look at our video that we've got on YouTube regarding EFN and how to set that up, then you can obviously click the link above somewhere around this video, and that will take you to that video so you can learn more. But there is some brand gating happening. Disney's been affected, Crayola, Fisher Price, for example. Now Amazon's been really good at actually kind of sending this information out, usually via notification or via email. So if you have received that and it's via email or notification, have a look at the actual marketplace that is in relation to. So we had one recently for Disney, and that was for the France marketplace, so Amazon.fr. So we would have to go through an ungating application for that particular brand in order to continue to actually sell products to that marketplace or the customers within that marketplace. So yes, it's a hurdle that we need to jump over. Make sure that you check that notification correctly so that you're ensuring which marketplace has been impacted, because it's not necessarily all of them if you're selling across the UK and the EU marketplaces, so Germany, Italy, France and Spain. The third update is regarding the fuel and inflation charges, or surcharge as it's called. Now there's been a surcharge of 4.3%. Now obviously the fuel and inflation surcharge obviously impacted the US first, and obviously that's then come into the UK, and Amazon has sent a notification out about that and how that impacts us in relation to the FBA fees, and it's per unit that we're sending in. So this is impacting those that are selling within the UK, obviously storing in the UK, selling to UK customers, and FBA fees. So if you're storing your stock within Amazon fulfillment centers and customers are then buying, obviously we're seeing this increase on the units that are being sent out to the UK customers, but it's also impacting Germany, France, Italy and Spain as well. So if you're in the UK and you're selling through EFN, for example, but also if you're using Pan Europe and you're selling you're storing your stock in those European marketplaces, and they're then getting obviously dispatched out from the European fulfillment centers to those customers, it's also impacting the FBA fees there. Okay, so bear that in mind. Now it's estimated on average that it's around about 10 pence per unit, and that takes effect from the 12th of May 2022. There's not much that they can do about this. Everyone is impacted by this surcharge, and everyone is suffering. So Amazon is basically, unfortunately, putting that cost onto us. So just make sure that when you're analysing deals to resell, that you obviously factor that in, and that should take effect obviously with the increase from that date when you're utilizing your deal analyzer anyway. The fourth update is in relation to product dimensions. So from the 26th of April 2022, Amazon have released a notification out about product dimensions. So check your product listings that you are selling, and do they have product dimensions on the listing, and actually are they accurate? This is known as an attribute value, and they need this information to be able to calculate what the FBA fees are. I don't know if you've ever experienced where you are looking at a product, you're analysing a product, and you notice that actually the FBA fees can't calculate, they're not available, and that's because of the size and the weight of the product is necessarily not on the listing. Now you might actually avoid that product, but if it is a good source, you could actually list that product on Amazon. You could then actually upload and update that attribute value, both being size, if that's missing, so obviously the dimensions, to the length, width and breadth or depth of the product, but also the weight of the product. Now remember, it's not the individual unit itself. If it comes in a box, it's inclusive of that box. So make sure that you're checking your listings, because obviously we want to ensure, Amazon wants to ensure that the customer has all of the correct information and it's accurate before they're placing that order. So make sure that you're checking, again, I referred to this earlier, that you're checking your quality listing page on Amazon, and they will actually have a list of products on that page, and you can go to that page via your FBA inventory, and then at the top you've got a little tab that's called quality listings. When you click on that, it will show you a list of all the products that are missing attributes, and attributes being keywords, gender, so is it for male, female or unisex, so that the product itself, what's the color, is there colors missing, what's the size, what's the weight, what's the count value, all of these things that might be missing or might need to be updated. Now, one thing to note is that these attributes actually help really well from a search term point of view, and if they're missing, it could actually be impacting PPC. Okay, so if you've got PPC set up, so sponsors ad set up for these products, and you've got these attribute values missing, that could actually be impacting your ACOS, the number of sales that you're getting. So this is kind of like a once a week task that I would suggest either you, or if you've got a team member that's responsible for, the listings on Amazon, they can actually then take on this task to improve the attributes and double check this page and then get it updated. Now, a lot of this information, if you're having your stock sent directly from the supplier to a prep center and you're never touching them, obviously you're not going to be able to physically see these products, but Again, think outside the box. There's lots of information online that will help you, either the retailer page itself where you've purchased the product, or alternatively Google. You'll be able to find out what colour it is. You'll be able to find out the weight and the size of it. So just, think outside the box. Where can you get this information? What's the most efficient way in order for you to get this accurate information so you can update that? So those 3 updates were the 1st of October 2022. There is a rollout with the high fat, salt and sugar legislation that's coming into play. You've also got the brand gating situation across the marketplaces, so just double check what you can sell and then what you need to get ungated for. The fuel and inflation surcharge of 4.3%, which is around about 10 pence per unit, that you need to take into consideration, and obviously the product dimensions as well that are coming into play from the 26th of April. So I hope that helps, and of course if you have any other questions in relation to kind of what we covered on this video, then reach out to me within our group and I'll speak to you and see you on the next video. Bye for now.